Today, our topic is the art of practicing indifference. Life is full of ups and downs, and sometimes we feel like we are on a roller coaster that we cannot control. We face challenges, disappointments, and unexpected changes that can shake us to our core. But what if I told you that there is a way to navigate through life's storms with calm and clarity? This is where the art of practicing indifference comes in. Indifference, in this context, does not mean not caring about anything or becoming cold-hearted. Instead, it means learning to focus on what truly matters and letting go of what we cannot control. This idea is deeply rooted in Stoicism, an ancient philosophy that teaches us how to live a good life by mastering our emotions and reactions. The Stoics believed that we cannot control everything that happens to us, but we can control how we respond to it. This is the key to inner peace and resilience. Let's start by understanding what indifference really means. Imagine you are walking down the street and someone insults you. Your first reaction might be anger or sadness. You might want to argue or prove them wrong. But what if you chose not to react at all? What if you simply let their words pass by like the wind? This is practicing indifference. It is not about ignoring the situation, but about recognizing that someone else's opinion or behavior does not have the power to define you or ruin your day. You decide what affects you and what does not. The Stoic philosopher Epictetus once said, "It's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters." This is a powerful reminder that we have the power to choose our response in any situation. Life will throw challenges at us, but we can choose to face them with strength and calmness. Practicing indifference helps us to detach from things that are outside our control. Think about it: how much time and energy do we waste worrying about things that we cannot change? The weather, traffic, other people's opinions, or even the past. These are all things that are beyond our control. When we focus on them, we feel stressed and helpless. But when we practice indifference, we free ourselves from this burden. We learn to accept what we cannot change and focus our energy on what we can influence. This shift in mindset can be life-changing. Now, you might be wondering, how do we actually practice indifference in our daily lives? It starts with self-awareness. Pay attention to your thoughts and emotions. When something upsets you, ask yourself, is this within my control? If the answer is no, then let it go. This is easier said than done, of course. It takes practice and patience. But over time, you will notice that you become less reactive and more at peace. Another important aspect of practicing indifference is understanding the difference between external events and internal judgments. The Stoics believed that our suffering comes not from the events themselves, but from our judgments about those events. For example, losing a job is an external event. It is neutral in itself. But if we judge it as a disaster or a personal failure, we create unnecessary suffering for ourselves. Instead, we can choose to see it as an opportunity for growth or a chance to explore new possibilities. By changing our perspective, we change our experience of life. This is where the art of indifference truly shines. It helps us to see things as they are, without adding unnecessary drama or negativity. Practicing indifference also means learning to accept impermanence. Everything in life is temporary: our successes, our failures, our joys, and our sorrows. When we cling too tightly to something, we set ourselves up for disappointment. But when we accept that nothing lasts forever, we can appreciate the present moment without fear or regret. This does not mean that we stop caring about people or goals. It simply means that we hold them lightly, knowing that change is a natural part of life. Another way to practice indifference is by focusing on your own values and principles. When you have a clear sense of what is important to you, it becomes easier to let go of things that do not align with your values. For example, if you value honesty and integrity, you will not be swayed by someone who tries to manipulate or deceive you. You will remain true to yourself, no matter what happens around you. This inner strength is a result of practicing indifference. It allows you to stay grounded and centered, even in the face of chaos. Practicing indifference also helps us to develop resilience. Life is unpredictable, and we will inevitably face setbacks and challenges. But when we practice indifference, we learn to see these challenges as opportunities for growth rather than threats. We become more adaptable and flexible, able to navigate through difficulties with grace and determination. This resilience is a valuable skill that will serve us well in all areas of life. Let's take a moment to reflect on the benefits of practicing indifference. When we master this art, we experience greater peace of mind. We no longer feel the need to control everything or to react to every little thing that happens. We become more present and focused, able to enjoy life as it is. We also become more compassionate and understanding, because we no longer feel the need to judge or criticize others. Instead, we accept them as they are, knowing that their behavior is a reflection of their own struggles and not a personal attack on us. Practicing indifference also helps us to build better relationships. When we stop trying to control or change others, we create space for genuine connection and understanding. We learn to appreciate people for who they are, rather than who we want them to be. This leads to deeper and more meaningful relationships, based on mutual respect and acceptance. Finally, practicing indifference allows us to live with greater purpose and intention. When we let go of what we cannot control, we free up time and energy to focus on what truly matters to us. We can pursue our passions, contribute to our communities, and make a positive impact in the world. This sense of purpose gives our lives meaning and direction, helping us to live with joy and fulfillment. Of course, practicing indifference is not always easy. It requires discipline, self-awareness, and a willingness to let go of old habits. But the rewards are well worth the effort. As you begin to practice indifference, start small. Pay attention to your reactions throughout the day. When something upsets you, take a deep breath and ask yourself, is this within my control? If not, let it go. Over time, this practice will become second nature, and you will find yourself living with greater peace and clarity. Remember, the art of practicing indifference is not about becoming emotionless or detached. It is about cultivating a sense of inner calm and resilience that allows you to navigate through life's challenges with grace and strength. It is about focusing on what truly matters and letting go of what does not. By mastering this art, you can transform your life and create a sense of peace and fulfillment that no external event can take away. So, as you go about your day, remember the words of the Stoic philosopher Marcus Aurelius. You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realizes this, and you will find strength. Practice indifference, and you will discover the freedom and peace that come from within.